welcome to Ascending with Toni Rochelle, and thank you for joining us on our platform. I know you may be wondering, what is ascending? Ascending means to keep going. It means to push yourself through life. It means when you fall down, you get up and you keep going. That's what ascending means. It also means turning your pain into power. You know what I'm talking about? Because you have the power to make a choice to ascend. And I know you like, girl, what is this girl talking about? She tripping. Like, when I'm sad, when I'm mad, I don't feel like doing anything. Well, I understand, because I felt like that before too. But some kind of way, I picked myself up and I kept on going. And you could do the same thing too. And so this platform right here is here to encourage you to keep going, to keep pushing yourself, to keep ascending. So y'all watch this platform and get comfortable with us, because we're here to help you. Now don't go nowhere, because I got a special guest for you, and we'll be right back.
This world we live in is so unforgiving. We all have setbacks, but the comeback make the biggest difference. Yeah, what doesn't kill you make you more resilient. So even when your world is falling down, you gotta keep ascending. Gotta keep ascending. Oh yeah. Gotta keep ascending. Yeah. Even at your worst, you gotta keep your vision. That's the only way that you gon' keep ascending. Gotta keep ascending. Oh yeah. Gotta keep ascending. Yeah. Even at your worst, you gotta keep your vision. That's the only way that you gon' keep ascending. Her pain is my pain. Her struggle's my struggle. Shit. I know I would feel so.
Welcome back to Ascending with Toni Rochelle, and as promised, like I told you, I have my guest in the building, Big Sas.
Yeah. It's always keeping it 100. What's up?
How you doing?
You know, fat black, same old stuff. It don't change. How you been?
I've been so great. I'm so happy to have you here on the platform. Happy that you coming to let me be all up in your business.
Oh my. I'm just proud. I mean, I'm being successful in the stuff that you're doing in your endeavors. I'm proud of you, young lady.
I appreciate
that. Keep it pushing.
Yes, keep ascending.
Keep ascending.
Now, with that being said, we're gonna jump right into it.
Okay.
Let me know, how have you ascended through life?
Well, I was born in Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston?
A long time ago, 1960 actually. And I was back there during the race riots of '68. I was 8 and 9 years old. I wasn't like 2 or 3, so I remember all that stuff. And I went to high school in Boston, and we had the segregation going on, so we were bused to the white high schools out there. They took the people from the black areas and bused them to the white areas. Unfortunately, me being an athlete, we couldn't play sports and stuff after school because we had to have police escorts out of the area right after school was out. So we couldn't stay after and play sports and stuff like that. And my mother decided, it was my first year of college, that we were poor, and she didn't mind being poor in Boston, but she wasn't going to be poor and cold.
I know that's right.
She put us on a bus and brought us out to California right after the big blizzards of '78. So
wow, she was like, "We out of there."
She said, "We out of there." Like I said, she didn't mind being poor, but poor and cold wasn't in the offerings for us right there. So, so I came to California, and I stayed here 1 year. And after 1 year, I had an apartment, and I had a car, and I had $100 in my pocket, and I had not worked one day. And I said, "Oh yeah, I can make it in California." And that was back in 1979, so I've been here ever since.
Ooh, that's a long time ago.
A long time ago.
That means you've been in the world and you done seen some things.
I done seen some things.
You done some things.
I done some things.
You have ascended through some things.
I have ascended to some things. Couple things, like for instance, that you don't recognize as a kid coming up. You know your family and your mom is doing the best she can with what she got. But I purchased a house in California when I was able to. I mean, I bought several since then, but my first house, and I was the first one in generations to buy a house.
That's a blessing.
I went back and was checking and, trying to find who else bought houses, uncle, grandfather, father, all that kind of stuff. I was the first one in generations.
Now, what year was that?
That was my first house was in 97.
97,
I had it built, I brand new house in 97. And fortunately, I mean, we only have our kids till they're 18 years old. And we just have to instill enough into them that they're going to take it on, because once they turn 18, they don't really have to listen to you or do anything.
True that.
So you put a lot of information in it, and hopefully they picked enough that will help them ascend after that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, my kids have been very successful. I mean, it helps when your dad's 6'5", 300.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? and they listen. And my children are all successful college graduates. They all pretty much make more money than me now. Own multiple homes.
Which I'm sure you're proud of.
Of course, and tons of grandkids and all that kind of stuff. So
how many grandkids?
6.
6.
I have my last one just turned 8 months today.
Aww.
So I have them from 10, 11 all the way down to 8 months. So I mean, like I said, I came from poor, not knowing where my next meal was coming from. But my thing was to make sure that my kids would never have to go through what I went through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never smoked, I never did drugs, I never did none of that. I just like having nice things. And so that's where my money and my time went, and showing my kids hopefully the right direction to go in life. And I really haven't had any problem out of the normal high school little stuff, but nothing major. My kids have been very good kids, very successful, very intelligent kids, and I think it has a lot to do with the people that's put in front of them.
I love that. So you put that foundation in front of them.
Oh my God,
that's what matters.
It was hard work. I mean, they fought me on it a lot of times, but once they seen even their rich friends around them, they seen what was happening to them, was going on to them, and then they realized what I was trying to instill in them was the right route to go. You know what I'm saying? Perfect example. My kids came home one day from one of their rich friends' house laughing. And I'm like, what's so funny? And they said, well, we was over a friend of theirs house and the dog picked up his Jordan, was chewing on it. Ooh, and he was screaming and having a fit. So his mother ran over and gave him $300 and said, go buy some more. They said, Daddy, we know you gave us a rag and told us to wipe it off and keep it pushing, you know. Yeah. So just stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So they value what they've had. They've always took care of everything they had. I think that projected them into being successful in life. And humble is the biggest thing. My son was like one of the top college basketball and high school players in the country. He played 15 years professional. You'd never know it talking to him. He played in the All-Star game, and I'm like, how'd you do? Oh, I did okay. I hit a few shots, and I'm saying, you just won MVP. Yeah, but they're gonna say I had 3 dunks, but 2 I was already above the rim. I mean, humble, just humble. That's how my kids are. That's how they have been, and hopefully that they'll pass it on to their my 6 grands, which is
they will, because you already broke that generational curse. But we got to pay the bills around here, so we're gonna take a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I have some exciting news for you today.
Something special, 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 something special.
The world can be yours. Our goal at Otter Pro Consultants is to provide effective solutions designed to boost your business for the global market. It doesn't matter how large or small your company is. Let us tailor a quality system to fit your business needs to assure your company has a competitive edge in the global market. With our 100% success rate, we guarantee we can make it happen for you.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Ascending with Toni Rochelle, and we're still here on our platform with Big Sas.
Hey.
Now, I love your story so far. Like, you have changed the generational curse by buying a house, being the first person in your family. You have raised beautiful children that's successful. Like, those are things to be very proud of, and that's ascending.
Yeah, it's definitely ascending. And there's other things in life that that you have to set goals and accomplish. I've only met you a couple of years ago, but several years ago, I was 355 pounds with a 50-inch waist and 5 shots a day, diabetic.
Wow.
So my first 2 grands were born. I was playing with them one day, and in 2 minutes I was out of breath.
Ooh.
And they're like, "Come on, Papa," and I'm like, "What's gonna happen when they get 6 or 7?" So now I have 6 grandchildren, and I lost 94 pounds. Body by Santi, and he's been training me and taking good care of me. But I lost 90-something pounds. I went from 5 shots a day insulin to almost nothing.
Wow.
And my mother was diabetic, family was diabetic. I'm trying to turn that curse around also, you know what I'm saying?
Not trying, you are.
Yeah, my kids are all in good shape, high school athletes, professional athletes and stuff like that. So they're all, I'm trying to turn that around, like I said, which I did. And all my kids are very successful. They own homes, long-term jobs. Some have multiple homes. My son played basketball for 15 years. Now he's a professional coach. One of my sons got into the car business like I did, and he's been in for 15 years. My daughter's at Kaiser. One of my sons is a musician. My other son is working at Wells Fargo. I mean, they have real career jobs.
So you had that to look forward to be here on this earth, and that's why you turned that diabetes around.
Yeah, that's what did it. I mean, I was like, how many black people, if you really think about it, see their grands? I mean, usually by the time they're 4 or 5 years old, their grands are in the 50s and 60s, and they're going to their funerals. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be here for mine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that getting in better shape is going to make me live longer or shorter, but I'm sure going to fight it. You know, this stuff I still want to do. You know, and my granddaughter, I watch her a lot, and she's climbing and crawling and playing, and it's just like rejuvenating me and energizing me. And you know, I want to be here as long as I can. You know what I'm saying, for them. So I couldn't walk a flight of stairs without being out of breath and being tired. Now I run upstairs. I do everything I can.
But you made a choice.
Oh yeah.
You made a conscious choice, and you cared about yourself.
Oh yeah.
Because you could have just keep on eating what you want to eat and not working out and not caring or anything.
It's a lifestyle change. It's not drastic changes like people think. Like you have to just stop eating or just eat salads and all that. I eat 6 times a day and still lose weight. It's just eating cleaner and healthier. What I mean is not all the gravies and all the sauces and all that. You can eat all.
That we love.
Yeah, but you can. But I'm an 80-20 guy. I mean, 80% I eat 100% clean, and then 20% I eat what I want.
Yeah.
I mean, at work they show up with 100 chicken wings. Can I eat 20? Yeah. I eat 2, kill my craving, go back to what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's a habit I'm trying to create for my family and my kids and my household, so they don't get turned around the other way, just stuff in their face with everything. I mean, it's sad.
Tiny habits.
Tiny, yeah. But it's. I mean, you got to realize, especially the black community. I mean, Happy Meals was dinner 5 times a week. You know, little kids know just how to say McDonald's before anything else. They know the golden arches, you know.
Definitely.
And they will have a fit if they don't get the Happy Meal.
Definitely.
And it's real easy to go through the drive-thru and get it and give it to them, you know. So that's another thing.
So we're talking about all these generational curses that you've been faced with and that you have decided to change.
Yes.
When you think about ascending and people finding out bad news and not knowing how to deal with it, like, what advice can you give a younger Sas that's going through, like, even something as small but as big as your health?
It's making conscious decisions. I mean, you can't, if everybody around you is doing it, you can't just get caught up into that. You have to break the mold. You have to get away from that. If you know that your family has diabetes, if you know that your family has heart problems, if you know your family is overweight, and I know as a kid you were teasing fat people. You don't want to be that fat person. You don't want to teach your kids to, you know, to not control what they're doing. So, I mean, if you really think of the big picture instead of little picture, like they used to say, a moment on your lips is a lifetime on your hips. If you really think through that situation, most people won't do it if they think through it. It's like smoking. If you know what smoking end result's going to be, most people won't really do it if they really consider what the consequences will be at the end.
Well, I agree with what you're saying, but sometimes it's an environment.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you had someone that didn't have the best environment, like you set the foundation for your children, you made sure that they had a certain type of environment. But how can someone make it through, what they're going through if they're not around that environment? What are encouraging words that you can give them?
Is I was always smart enough to know that you don't have to become a victim of your environment. Number one. And number two, I do have children, but their mothers were heavily involved in all of this. It's not just me, you know what I'm saying? They wanted to change their lives and change their paths. So it was a conglomerate of all of us together to make it right for everybody.
Yeah, it takes a village to raise a child.
Correct.
And we're gonna go to commercial break, so don't go nowhere.
Hi, I have some exciting news for you today.
Something special, 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 something special.
The world can be yours. Our goal at OtterPro Consultants is to provide effective solutions designed to boost your business for the global market. It doesn't matter how large or small your company is. Let us tailor a quality system to fit your business needs to assure your company has a competitive edge in the global market. With our 100% success rate, we guarantee we can make it happen for you.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Ascending with Toni Rochelle, and I'm still here with the boss man, getting all up in his Kool-Aid. Now, you've been here for a long time on this earth, okay?
63 years.
Now, right now, they're kind of saying that we're going into this recession, right, in the world. And a lot of people are not working like they used to. They're starting their own businesses, they're on unemployment, and I don't know what they're doing. But it seems different and hard. What's your take on that?
My take on that is it's like our parents were we came up in a different era. I mean, our parents did the best they could with what they had. You know, our parents, if they got food stamps or they got assistance or they got some kind of help, they're not making gumbo and buying tires for their cars and doing that kind of stuff. They took care of their children. You know what I'm saying? So that was their main priority. So I mean, you have to take what you have and do the best you can with what you got. You can try to figure out how to better yourself later, but in the meantime, you have to take care of the task at hand. If the task at hand is your children, if the task at hand is paying your rent, you have a place to stay. If the task at hand is paying your PG&E so the phone's not off or your electricity's not off, you have to take care of the task at hand. Now, later on, if you get in a better situation where you can do more stuff, then do more stuff. But don't live beyond your means. Make sure you provide for the situation that's in front of you with the means that you have.
What kind of experiences have you endured with working in the work world?
Well, I started, we all sold cars here and there, off and on, and I've been in the car business for actually 33 years now, new car dealerships.
It's a long time.
A long time. So I started standing on the line, calling up as people were coming in and out. I didn't have any suits. I had some Payless Shoe Source shoes.
Not Payless.
Payless. I had a big afro. I didn't know nothing. I was straight from the streets, and I know I had a gift of gab, and selling and talking to people is something I really like to do. So after being at the dealership for actually I started November 14th, November 11th. The next year I had my first team of 8 guys, and I had my first crew, and I've ascended through the car business, all the ranks from finance from sales to finance to the desk to managing.
Well, what kind of struggles y'all go through in the car business where you had to ascend?
God. Well, I mean, there's some dealerships I worked at, and I was the only black manager in the whole company, and they've owned 7, 8, 9, 10 different dealerships. So I don't let that be an excuse for me to say because I'm black, I'm not going to be able to do get the positions that these non-black people have. I just set it in my mind and my goal that I was going to do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, sometimes I had to be twice as good as them to get the
you had to work
offer.
harder.
Yeah, I had to be twice as good to get the position, but I made sure I did that. I'm not one of the people my whole life that just wanted to ride a bus or drive a Volkswagen or stuff like that. I've always wanted to ascend and do better. And do better for me. And then when I started having kids, I wanted to provide better for my children.
Yeah.
I don't want my kids to be denied going at graduation night, going to Disneyland with all the other kids because I didn't have the money for them. I mean, coming up myself, I couldn't even have friends over my house after school because I didn't have snacks for them. My house was a mess, kind of stuff.
Different world.
It's a different world. I never wanted my kids to do that. I really never wanted my kids to do that. And you lead by example. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I just really never have. I don't like being in an altered state. That's something I've never, I don't knock people that do, but I can't handle it. You give me a beer, Toni, you be carrying me to the car if I had a beer. I'm telling you.
You're a big man. I don't know if I can do that.
but I mean, it's priorities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a lot of stuff coming up, but I knew when I started having kids that all my money, attention, and time went towards the kids. I mean, that's just, your priorities, getting your priorities straight and getting them together.
You must have said kids about 100 times during this segment, and I love it.
I got a bunch of them.
That let me know you love your babies.
5 kids, 6 grand, 17 gods.
Ooh.
Because I buy the crib and stroller and all the stuff. They always make me the godfather, you know what I'm saying?
Well, where was you at?
And I love them, and I mean, they're the world, but somebody has to lead them and teach them. You can't let your schools and your daycares and after-school programs raise your children. You have to raise your children.
Do you think that's why our community is the way that it is, because the foundation is so differently now?
My son, when he was in middle school, was Black History Month, and he was reading a speech of Martin Luther King, or Malcolm X, one of them, and I went to the school. And we were the only black parents there. All the rest were Hispanic, Asian, everything. The whole school was full. The auditorium was full, and we were the only black parents. To the extent where they asked us to judge the competition because there wasn't no other black people there. I mean, that really bothered me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
It hit me in my heart personally, because when the kids are looking out there and they don't see anybody representation from their family. I mean, that's kind of tough. They're your kids. You brought these kids here all the way to the end. You gotta provide. You gotta.
So did you end up participating?
Oh yeah,
because of it?
I did. And my son froze when he seen us sitting there at the judges' table. He came out. He went, "Malcolm X was a." He looked at us and he froze, but he ended up getting it out and stuff like that. But we have to take care of our own. I mean, it's just you have to provide for your own. They didn't ask to be here. You brought them here. Do your part.
Do your part. Well, we're gonna do our part and pay these bills. We're gonna go to a commercial. We'll be back.
The world can be yours. Our goal at AutoPro Consultants is to provide effective solutions designed to boost your business for the global market. It doesn't matter how large or small your company is. Let us tailor a quality system to fit your business needs to assure your company has a competitive edge in the global market. With our 100% success rate, we guarantee we can make it happen for you.
Hi, I have some exciting news for you today.
Something special, 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 something special.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Ascending with Toni Rochelle, and I'm still here with Big Sas.
Hey.
Big Sas, I know you from, you like to make people laugh.
Mm-hmm.
You actually like to make people crack up.
Mm-hmm.
But where did the name Big Sas come from?
Ooh, so when I came to California, I joined a street gang in Oakland called the Supremes.
Uh-oh, the Supremes.
They were called the Supremes. And I was in an arcade right on 35th and East 14th Street. I was in an arcade. And I was playing video pinball machines because it was before the video games and all that. And I tilted the machine because my ball went down, and I stepped back on this 13-year-old kid.
Ooh.
And I knocked him into his grandmother, and he said, "You stepped on my grandma, you big Sasquatch MS." And
Ooh.
all my buddies heard it. And so they've been calling me Sasquatch and Big Sas ever since then, you know.
Well, you was almost about to smash a kid, and you done got a whole new nickname.
And his grandma.
And his grandma. Shame on you.
So they call me Big Sas, like Sasquatch, the comic zaddy. You know, call it comic zaddy because, you know, the 2.0 zaddy is good older G, in shape, gray beard, you know, with the
Go ahead and toot your own horn.
No.
Now, how long have you been doing comedy for?
I've been doing comedy my whole life, but I started getting paid for it about 5 or 6 years ago.
Only 5 or 6 years ago?
I've done a lot of big shows just in 5 or 6 years.
So tell me about this. What made you get into comedy?
I went to a comedy show.
And that's kind of late in the game to get started.
Yeah. Well, you know.
But I love it.
Never, right?
I love it.
So the whole thing was, I went to a comedy show. It was First Friday with Tony Schofield, Tony Roberts, KBLX, and I was just sitting at a table with some friends watching the show in a suit and tie. Just got off of work, and I was just making my comments like I did every day, right? There's a whole table full of guys next to us, and they're like dying, and they're like, "Who the hell are you?" I said, "I'm a car salesman." And they said, No, you need to be on the stage. And that was Tony Roberts, Tony Schofield, all of them from KBLX. They put me on my first show, Cinco de Mayo, 5 years ago.
Wow. So did you knew them already?
None of them.
You met them that night?
No, I met them that night.
Wow, that was like your destiny.
Well, I've been a fool my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I've been. You know, everybody say, "Oh, you need to be on stage. You need to do comedy." You know, you hear that your whole life, but you know, actually taking the mic and getting paid for it, it's way different. It's different.
So when they had told you to be a comedian, was it already your passion a little bit, or was you curious?
No, I've always made people laugh, and I like to entertain. I've been doing that for a long time, but I started doing open mics, you know, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Jay Rich, Mario Harge, Tommy T started putting me on these little open mics, and even Jerry Law. And I started ascending, you know, getting better and better, and started getting longer and longer. And I remember when they say, "Okay, you got 10 minutes, the light's gonna light you in 10 minutes." And it used to seem like 4 hours to get to that light. And I was like, "Oh my God, I hope I can make it." Now they say you got 20 minutes and you're sitting up there and it's like 2 minutes and the light is on. You're like, whoa, you know. So I write all my own stuff. I have probably 400 or 500 jokes in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the jokes and stuff I heard since I was a kid. I'm 60-something years old.
Been in the world for a long time.
And the car business, dealing with them people in the car business, that's enough material right there. So I just been pushing, you know. Like I said, I have OCD, so I like everything organized and dialed. So a lot of people help them produce and promote shows because I, dot all the T's and cross all the I's.
Yeah.
Being in the car business, professional business, and all that kind of stuff, I've learned how to do all that. So God's been good.
Great.
And I'm just telling you, I mean, I've done the Paramount Coliseum. I've been on tour with Mike Epps, and I was in Vegas with Monique. I mean,
you naming some names out there.
I've been doing it, and like
Tell
I said,
Martin I said hi.
So I mean, my local cats have been really uplifting me, and they call me anytime they need me, and I call them when I need them. So it's been good, good relationship, good working relationship.
I love your life. I love your life.
It's cool.
We running out of time, but I want you to have a chance to give your lasting words, anything that you have coming up right now, any lasting words for community to keep them uplifted.
A couple things. People always say that, just like I finally took that dive into doing comedy. People say, I think I'm funny and I want to do comedy. Hey, if you can get 2 minutes of Buffalo Wild Wings on a microphone, go ahead and do it. Take some open mics, try it out, see if you like it. You don't really need a lot of material, just a couple of minutes worth just to get the feel and see if that's something that you really want to do. And it's like anything else in life. If you have the passion to do something, you're going to put the time and energy into it to make it happen. That's definitely. I just was with Funny Marcos. We did a show in San Francisco. I'll be at Yoshi's next month. I got 2 shows Friday I think it's the 17th of next month. I got 2 shows. Just shot a movie. Got some more movies coming up. They call me the Comic Zaddy. I'm available.
What's your social media? They might want to follow you.
Big Sas 100 because I keep everything 100. BIGSAS 100 on Instagram. I never had Facebook, MySpace, Twitter. I never had none of that because I didn't like none of that. But just so people know where my shows and stuff, I'm gonna start my own. I'm gonna call it my Twitter space. I'm gonna have my own stuff, right? What?
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, okay. So Big Sas 100 on Instagram. Any questions? And you can ask me life questions. I mean, I've been here 63 years. Family questions. All my boys call me with the kid problems and all that kind of stuff. I talk to you, but I'm a grown man. If you have any questions, I'm here. As always, Big Sas, keeping it 100.
And most of all, he here to make you laugh. So y'all make sure y'all check him out. We got to go to a commercial break. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
The world can be yours. Our goal at OtterPro Consultants is to provide effective solutions designed to boost your business for the global market. It doesn't matter how large or small your company is. Let us tailor a quality system to fit your business needs, to assure your company has a competitive edge in the global market. With our 100% success rate, we guarantee we can make it happen for you.
Hi, I have some exciting news for you today.
Something special, 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 something special.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Ascending with Toni Rochelle, and I hope that you enjoyed this segment. Thank you so much, Big Sas, for coming on and gracing the stage. Like he said, he's been here for a long time, okay? And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to start whenever you want to start. Don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to ascend. Don't be afraid to change your pain into power, because you have that opportunity. You are the one that have priority over yourself, over your life, over the choices that you make. And I know you can do it. Now I know life is hard, and I know it shows up whenever it feels like it, and it treats you however it wants to treat you. But you get to make that decision on how to be treated, how to keep going, how to push yourself into something new. Have a new beginning. It's your prerogative. Yeah, I'm using them old words because Big Sas was on the platform today. But y'all know what I'm saying. I believe in you. Community, stand up for yourself. You have the opportunity to do something brilliant with your life. All you got to do is get up and keep ascending. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace.
The world can be yours. Our goal at Otter Pro Consultants is to provide effective solutions designed to boost your business for the global market. It doesn't matter how large or small your company is. Let us tailor a quality system to fit your business needs to assure your company has a competitive edge in the global market. With our 100% success rate, we guarantee we can make it happen for you.
Hi, I have some exciting news for you today.
Something special, 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 something special.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I took care of my kids. I took care of them. I broke the generational curse, and I took care of my kids. It don't have to be like it was when I was growing up. The environment doesn't have to be like it was when I was growing up. Do you understand what I'm saying? I changed the generational curse. That's what I did. Because I wanted more and more. I wanted them to see more and more. I wanted more opportunities for my babies, for my grands. I had to be standing here. I had to be speaking here. I had to be here on this earth because I changed the generational curse. That's what I had to do. Because I turned my lifestyle that I had, that I seen growing up, into something that I wanted to be. That I wanted it to be. I changed the generational cycle of loving my babies, providing for my babies, giving my babies something so they can ascend through this life. through these struggles, through this pain. And guess what? You have the opportunity. You have the opportunity to change, to fix, to create new generations in your family. Keep ascending.
Your world is falling down, you gotta keep ascending. Gotta keep ascending, oh yeah. Gotta keep ascending, yeah. Even at your worst, you gotta keep your vision. That's the only way that you gon' keep ascending. Gotta keep ascending, oh yeah. Gotta keep ascending, yeah. Even at your worst, you gotta keep your vision. That's the only way that you gon' keep ascending. Her pain is my pain, her struggle's my struggle. Shit. I know how it feels when nobody is there to care about your dreams and your hustle. I know how it feels when you living your life on a budget as tight as a huddle. I know how it feels when you stuck in the mud trying to figure out how to rise above the rubble. Now the lost child is a lost teen that can barely read with a pretty smile and low.